Let's look at this set. A meteorological agency measured the temperatures in degrees centigrade across 6 cities for 10 consecutive days. Every day, the agency measured the temperature in each city exactly once and at a specified time of the day. The agency also observed that during this 10-day period, the temperature in any city across 2 consecutive days either remained constant or changed by exactly 2 degrees centigrade or Celsius. The following chart provides the maximum and the minimum temperature recorded during the 10 days for each city. We have this given. On the face of it, it looks like there is very little information given, but then the questions betray that feeling. If it is known that the average temperature over the 10 days in one of the 6 cities was 25 degrees, which of the following cities can it be? Okay. And the options are given: city 1, city 2, city 3, and more than one of the above. Let's look at city 1. What is right now? I see the range lies from 16 to 26. For it to reach an average of 25, we would need a lot of days. Jab 26 ho, we would need a lot of days. We would need a lot of days on which the temperature recorded was 26. So what I'll do is 16, 20, sorry, not 20. Next day I can only increase it by 2, no? 16, 18, 20, 22, 24, 26, 26, 26, 26, and 26. This is the maximum. This is the maximum average temperature that you can get from. That is the maximum average temperature that you can get for city 1. Now, for average calculation, look at this. For these 5, because they are in AP, the average would be 20. And for these 5, because 26 is right in between, average would be 26. 5 terms average is 20, 5 terms average is 26. Even if I take the direct average, the maximum average temperature that can be recorded in city 1 is 25. But according to the question, we needed 20. The maximum average temperature that can be recorded in city 1 is 23, but we needed 25. So this is not possible. Let's try our working with city 2 now. We start off at 16 to 32. So wonderful. 16, 18, 20, 22, 24, 26, 28, 30, 32, 32. Amazingly enough, we can again have the sum here will be 100. The sum here, had it been a complete AP, had this been 34, we would have gotten 150. So 2 less than 150, 148 here. So the summation that we get is 248. And therefore the average will be less than 25. Average will be less than 25. The maximum average of temperature across 10 days for city 2 will be 24.8 only. Will be 24.8 only. So even city 2 is not possible. At this time, I would expect you to mark city 3 straight away. Because remember, option D is not none of these. Option D is more than one of the above, which means at least one of them is definitely fulfilling the criteria. And given that city 1 is not fulfilling the criteria, city 2 is not fulfilling the criteria, more than one of the above is out, and one of them is definitely fulfilling it, it should be C. In case you are hell-bent on, no, I want to do it the right way, check the mathematical side of it. You can go ahead and do it this way. Day 1, day 2, day 3, day 4, day 5, day 6, day 7, day 8, day 9, and one final day 10. This time for the first 5 days, the summation will be 110. And for the last 5 days, it is going to be 90 plus 64, so 154. So if you add it all up, you'll get 264. If you are getting 264, see, if the highest is 264, can I get an average of 25? I need to reduce it by 14. Could I potentially do it by, I would take away this 32 and I add an 18 here. The sum will reduce by 14. Now look at the entire summation. This will also fulfill the precise criteria needed. Look at this. This is 102. These 5 add up to 102. And these 5 add up to 148. Add them up, you get 250. And 250, the average temperature across the 10 days will be 25 degrees. Answer is, of course, option C. Although you did not need to engage in this processing, in order to arrive at your answer here. Okay, next question. If the temperature of city 3 is 26 degree on day 5, which of the following can be the average temperature for the city over the 10 days? Okay, temperature of city 3 is 26 degree on day 5. City 3. Oh, we already had the work for city 3, no? I'm going back to the max case that we had created. The max case was this. I'm doing a 5-day breakup only to make calculations easier for me. So here we had reached 264. The max average was 26.4, or the max summation was 264, which would mean this is out of the running. This is definitely not possible. Additionally, if the average over the 10 days is 263, if the average over the 10 days is 263, it means the summation of temperatures across 10 days will be 263. 26.3, it would mean it is 263. And 263 is not possible. The summation, odd summation is not possible because it will always be even numbers here. So this is also out. So this is also gone. This is already fulfilling the criteria, 26 degree. So life is chill. Max average 26.4, I can reach. Now these two are possible. Let me try out the min average storyline. The min average storyline would be when instead of 2 repeat 32s, I get 2 repeat 18s. 18, 18, 18, 20, 22, 24, 26, 28, 30, and 32. Let's see, what do we get here? We get 94 here, and we get 140 here. We get 94 and 140. Okay, so this adds up to 234 and 234. So min average possible will be 23.4. This does not help us eliminate A or B. But hopefully you realize right now, in this case formulation, we have not taken care of one thing. The one thing being, if the temperature on city 3 is 26 degree on day 5. If I want temperature of city 3 as 26 degree on day 5, here it is not 26 degree. If I need it to be 26 degree, it can only happen this way. It can happen this way, or the other way it can happen. Is if I bring it down 32, 30, 28, 26, 26, and then on the rest of the 5 days, I bring it down to 24, 22, 20, 18, and 18. The first 5 days I keep it this way so that on the 5th day I have 26, and on the rest of the days, why I'm choosing to take up this path instead of keeping it this way, where I have 26 and then 26, 26, 26, 28, 32, because in order to minimize, I've already found out the max possible average. The maximum possible average for city 3 is already at 26.4. In case I want to minimize the average, while ensuring that on day 5 I have 26 degree recorded, I want more 18s involved. And for more 18s involved, I want carefree distribution to be possible there. I want more 18s to be able to come. So I've done it this way. Let's see what is the summation and working here. Here I get 142, and here I get 102, adds up to 244, and this is wonderful. This is the minimum case possible. Because this is the minimum case possible, which of the following can be the average temperature for the city over the 10 days? Has to be option B. 23.8 is not possible. Okay, let's remove all this working and proceed further. Again, if we remember at the beginning, this paragraph looks simple, this graph looks simple, but processing wise, this is a fairly complex set. On which of the following days can all the 6 cities have a temperature of 22 degree? Okay, Let's see. The earliest I can reach 22 degree in city 1. The earliest I can reach 22 degrees, 26, 24, 22, third day. In city 2, I can reach 16, 18, 20. I can say I can reach third day here. I can reach it fourth day here. Okay, I'll put it this way. City 1, city 2, city 3, city 4, city 5, city 6. Okay, and day 1, day 2, day 3, day 4, day 5, day 6, day 7, day 8, day 9, and day 10. Earliest I can reach in city 1 is 22 from here. So I will put it is 26, 24, 22. And then here onwards, from the reverse side, I will do 16, 18, 20, 22. So for these 5 days in between, I can have 22 happening. For these 5 days in between, I can have 22 happening. Okay. Wonderful. Let's do it for city 2. Okay. Also, one other way that, or one other thing that you can potentially think of, if you look at it this way, 26 to 16, it is day 1 to day 10. But the reverse order can also work, wherein this becomes day 10, this becomes day 9, this becomes day 8, this becomes day 7, this becomes day 6, this becomes day 5, this becomes day 4, this becomes day 3, this becomes day 2, this becomes day 1. Why I'm doing this is, I needed the days on which it is 22 degrees. 22 degree can start earliest on day 2 and can continue latest till day 8. In this case, in the second version, it is continuing till day 8. So at this time, I can happily rule out day 9 is definitely not a day on which we have 22 degree available in all the 6 cities. Let us do it for city 2 now. 32 to 22 is easy, or 16 to 22 is easier. So 16, 20, sorry, 16, 18, 20, 22, and reverse now. 32, 30, 28, 26, 24, 22. Okay, now see, and at this time you will know your answer clearly just with working of this. See, if we look at the first day distribution 1 to 10, it is on day 4 and day 5, which is not even present in option. And when we look at the second distribution, it is on day 6 and day 7. Day 3 is no longer possible. Day 8 is no longer possible. The only possible day will be day 7. You can go ahead and complete the working for all other places as well. 18, 20, 22, 32, 30, 28, 26, 24, 22, 22. From here, it will be 24, 22, and 16, 18, 16, 18. Where are we? 16, 18, 20, 22, 22, 22, 22, 22. Here it is already 22 right at the beginning. So 32, 30, 28, 26, 24, 22, 22, 22, 22. And then city 6, 18, 20, 22, 30, 28, 26, 24, 22, 22, and 22. The days on which you can potentially have all temperatures at 22 degree will be this, all these days. And then all these days, so it can be either day 4 or day 7 or day 5 or day 6. But among the available options, the only one that works is day 7. So that will be the answer. Okay. Next thing. On which of the following days can all the 6 cities have a temperature of 22 degrees? This we have done. The fourth question. If any day on which all the 6 cities have the same temperature is called an isothermal day, then what is the maximum possible number of isothermal days during the given period? Okay. Now see this wonderful thing. City 4 and City 5. They are interesting. The maximum in City 4 is 24. The minimum in City 5 is 22. Which means if it is an isothermal day or the same temperature is recorded across all the same temperature is recorded across all the places, can you see it will either be 22 degrees or it will be 24 degrees? Because anything outside of this will not have any overlap at all. So 2 days having 22 degrees was anyway identified by the third question. 2 days having 22 degrees was anyway identified. Now let's look at these days. Can this 20 be turned to 22? No, it started off at 16, so not possible. Let's look at this day 5. Let's look at this day 5 or day 6, however you choose to call it. Can I get these two? Can I get this to 24? If I get this to 24, what would happen? These three, can I get them to 24? This can happily turn to 24, no problem at all. 24, 24. This is already 24. Can I turn this to 24? Yes. So this will also, oh, I can't. Or maybe I can. Let me see. I think my upper representation of day 1, day 2 is not really good. So what I will do is wait. Acha, I can do it this way itself. Wait. Where can I make it 24? I can make it 24 here, no? How do I represent it nicely? I'll get rid of this. I'll make this. Which days can I work with? Hmm. Can I make this 24 and this as 24 as well? And this as 24 as, but then I would need to make these 22s. The problem is these days are not aligned appropriately. Or let me work, let me do the magic. 22s I can get on 2 days, no? So 2 consecutive days from the start I'll put. So this is day 1, day 2. This is only for city 1. Day 2, day 3, day 4, day 5, day 6, day 7, and day 8, and day 9, and day 10. Here, day 7 पे तो हम कर देंगे. Day 4 and day 4 match कर गया. Day 5 and day 5 match कर गया. Okay, I can do this. Day 1, day 2, day 3, day 4, day 5, and day 6. चूंकि day 6 यहाँ हो रहा है, I can get this day 6 to 24, this to 24, and this to 24. Yes. इसके बाद this day 7 has to be this way, and day 8 has to be this way, and day 9 has to be this way, and day 10 has to be this way. Now see, the days that on which I am getting the same are these. Day 7 pe I have 24 here, I have 26 here, but I cannot possibly keep it at 24 here because I have to also reach 32. So these three are done. Now I have to ensure that whatever working I come up with, day 4, day 5, day 6, they manage this. So I can have day 1, day 2, day 3, day 4, day 5, day 6, day 7, day 8, day 9, and day 10. And this works. My day 4 and day 5 and day 6 are at 22 and 24. Wonderful. How about this? Day 4, day 5. So I'll go day 1, day 2, day 3, day 4, day 5. These will all turn to 24s. Day 6, day 7, day 8, day 9, and day 10. Then you can potentially see day 4, day 5, and day 6. Everywhere on day 4 you have 22, everywhere on day 5 you have 22, on day 6 you have 24. Okay, so this is fine. This is day 1, day 2, day 3, day 4, day 5, day 6, day 7, day 8, day 9, and day 10. Even here, day 1, day 2, day 3, day 4, day 5, day 6, day 7, day 8, day 9, and day 10. You can see on day 4, day 5, and day 6. Across all the 6 cities, on day 4 you will have 22 degrees, on day 5 you will have 22 degrees, and on day 6 you will have 24 degrees. There is no way that they will be non-equal. They will be isothermal days. Maximum possible number of isothermal days during the given period will be 3. Again, harking back to the original statement, this appears easy, or at least the data appear simple, but processing and making sure day 1 starts from the minimum value or day 1 starts from the maximum value, that takes a lot of working, small to big, big to small. So hopefully we have taken care of that. That will be all for this set. I'm not entirely certain this is the best way of recording this, but this is the best way that I could potentially think of. Okay, bye.